My C6 Corvette transformation into a Metallica racing livery, or livery, however you want to say it. I'm not European. Anyway, I thought I'd show you kind of the process of how I do some of my cut vinyl. I have a Cricut machine, a Cricut Explorer 3. So I take the Metallica logo and put the word racing underneath it. I put it in the Cricut program and kind of sized it out. And then I take some of this Oracal yellow vinyl that I have, and then I put it on this 12 by 24 pad to put into the Cricut, who's got the whole program ready. And I load it into the machine and watch it take off. You know, it measures the pad, and then it goes and cuts it all out really, really thin with the little blade in there. It's pretty hypnotic to watch it, actually. It's pretty hard not to watch it while it's doing it. It's pretty neat. So it just cuts it out. And when you're done, you take it out. Take it off the pad. You could actually do it while it's on the pad, but then you take it out and you do this part. It's called weeding. W-E-E-D-I-N-G, weeding. And what you do is you kind of pull off the pieces that aren't part of the vinyl that you want. Some of it's really easy, some of it's not really easy. This is in 2x speed. But you kind of pull all the vinyl back, slowly but surely. Sometimes you trim some of it off. Depending on what you're cutting out, some goes a lot quicker than others. But then you get to the finished product of Metallica Racing sitting there. And many times when you have letters or anything cut out that's got stuff in between, like the circle part of an R or an O, you actually have to take a little picker tool and actually pull it out, like the little A's. And it gets to be pretty small. Like when I did the lettering on the car, which that video will come out after this, you actually had to use a magnifying glass to actually see the A's and the E's, and took hours between me and my lovely assistant Yulia, but it just took hours. But it was worth it in the end. But it could be a long process. This, of course, took a few minutes. And when you do that and you get it all done, and then you take this backing paper and you kind of size it out lengthwise, widthwise. You don't want to waste it because you can use it for other pieces, big or small. You could even use it in pieces over something. So, I cut it out pretty much to the size that I needed. And much like vinyl, it's got two pieces. It's got a paper side and a sticky side. So you peel the paper off, almost like a vinyl, and you want to put it on as best you can. When you have wrinkles on it, it can cause bubbles, and depending on what's underneath there, it can cause problems as far as stuff being wrinkled. So you want to put it on as flat as you possibly can, much like a vinyl wrap. Once the backing paper is on over the letters that you need, it's kind of like the reverse process, right? You could actually take the other part of the backing paper off because then it's stuck to the actual backing, sticky part of the backing paper. So I do that there. You squeegee it down so you want it to be nice and tight to that stickiness. And there's different levels of stickiness backing paper. I'm not sure what this is because it's actually Cricut kind versus kind you get from a vinyl store like Feller's. Of course, then I took it to the back bumper of the car, measured, figured out where I wanted it, centered it, take off one side after it's taped, squeegee the one side, take off the tape, pull it back, pull the backing paper off, and then squeegee the other side. It's a pretty normal process that I've had for all these. You like to use the backing paper on the other side because it helps it keep it nice and flat and taut, if you will, as you go forward to make sure nothing gets wrinkled and everything stays pretty straight. Once you do that, you pull the remaining backing paper off, and you're done. Now, I did make the front Metallica Racing a little bit bigger. Could have done the back a little bit bigger, but I kind of like the size there. I like the way it fit. So on the front, I centered it. I measured it the best I could. It takes a while to measure that because it's not flat spaces and very simple spaces. So I measure it using a tape measure or a closed tape measure while it's soft so it doesn't scratch anything. Make little marks, use string, whatever you got to do. Put that blue piece of tape down to say this is where exactly I want it to be. The blue tape holds it almost exactly where you want to be. And then once you lock one side in, of course, it's not going to move. So you squeegee the one side down, same process, pull it up, pull the backing paper off, use part of the backing paper to keep it nice and taut and tight, and then squeegee it forward, and then pull off the backing paper. And that's it. Car's almost done. Got the lettering next, and I think it's probably done after that point. I think I've had most of the videos out. Check out some of the other videos if you haven't. Like and subscribe to the channel. Leave any questions or comments. I'll be happy to explain anything if you have any questions. Otherwise, thanks for watching.